Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today as we're sitting here watching NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. During the pre-show today, we had an announcement for our first match named for the WWE Evolution pay-per-view, which is going to be the all-women pay-per-view that's going to be coming up in October. WWE doing tons of publicity almost every week, shoving this pay-per-view down our throat to basically say, like, hey, look what we're doing, look what we're doing. We've seen, them show the announcement clip over and over and over again. We had Renee Young fill in on Monday Night Raw as I guess you can say, a guest commentator for the entire night. We're only in August, and this pay-per-view's in October. And now they are naming their first match. It's going to be Trish Stratus taking on Alexa Bliss. There's no word if this is just a match or if this is the main event, but this is honestly looks like what might be the setup of what the Evolution pay-per-view is going to be. Sort of the stars of today against the stars of yesterday. Definitely Trish Stratus was one of the first, I guess you can say, legends that was named that a lot of people were saying they wanted to see come back. People want to see Lita. People want to see Trish Stratus. People want to see AJ Brooks. Of course, more than likely, we're going to be seeing the same faces that returned at the Royal Rumble. Tori Wilson, Kelly. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get Stacy Keibler if she's branched out into the world of mainstream popularity after dating George Clooney. To me, honestly, this is a very interesting match, but at the same time, it makes me wonder why they named this pay-per-view match now. Alexa Bliss has the match of her career tomorrow for the Raw Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey on SummerSlam. You got to be wondering if the reason why she was named to be in this match against Trish Stratus was because that she is the women's champion. Are they tipping their hand that Alexa Bliss is going to be keeping the championship belt? Definitely at Money in the Bank, a lot of people thought that Ronda Rousey was going to beat Nia Jax for the championship and start her reign. WWE wanted to make a big deal of Ronda Rousey coming in, and you don't want to keep that belt off of her too long and lose the appeal of her coming in from UFC and being an instant sensation, winning the championship as soon as you can, but you can't just hand it to her like Bischoff gave the belt to Triple H back in 2002. So you have to build up a storyline, you have to build up some fun behind it, but to me, honestly, if Rousey doesn't win that belt at SummerSlam, I'm going to be really surprised. I don't know why they wouldn't go in that direction. Trish versus Alexa Bliss, they have a lot in common. Definitely when both of them came into the wrestling business, I don't think many of them had the highest hopes for either one of these. You remember that Trish Stratus came in as sort of like a model that they brought in. She did have some, I guess you can say, commentating skills from being a part of the TV show on The Score, where they talked about wrestling. She came in, she had a body. People liked the way she looked. She managed against TNA, but I think even when she started wrestling, people really didn't take her for granted. You go back and you think about Alexa Bliss, we saw her wrestle some matches, but her career really didn't take off until she started managing Blake and Murphy. And then even after Blake and Murphy sort of went their own directions, and Alexa Bliss started wrestling in matches, she was called up for even winning the NXT Women's Championship. And a lot of people were really surprised, but since hitting the main roster, she's easily a multi-time champion. She's been the best on Raw. She's been the best on SmackDown. She's used her smart. She's used her looks. She's used just conniving actions to make sure that she stays on top. So this is going to be an interesting match. It's August, and this match is until October. Let's see how this one plays out.